What is going on, YouTube? So it's about that time. College football is returning. Comes back tonight. It feels very good that it's back. I've been waiting for the season to come back for a while. One of my favorite times of the year, the return of football, hockey, and basketball season. So this will feature 26 game predictions. Actually, Hawaii twice, funny enough. I'm going to be doing the Cal-Hawaii game for tonight, and then the games that start moving in. I believe it's next Thursday. Let me check on that to make sure, because I know after tonight the next game is September 1st. Yeah, next Thursday. So, like I said, all these games I think are technically week one. I'm not sure what the Hawaii game... I don't know. Anyway. Ow. Enough of that. So... let's get right into it. First game, Cal-Hawaii. Tonight. I mean, like I said, it's back. I'm very excited for it. I think Davis Webb will shine in his debut for the California Golden Bears. It'll be interesting to see Cal in their first game post-Jared Goff era, and I do think they notch the dub. So, next game, App State. Oh, before I go on, all these will be in the description below. I'm not going to put what I predicted, but I'm going to put at least the games that I will predict, just so you know if your team's game is predicted. I mean, all right. Next one, App State versus Tennessee. So, App State, definitely a team to me that is one of the most up-and-coming teams in all of the group of five. Are they ready to play Tennessee yet? I don't think so. It's going to be a very entertaining game in my mind, no doubt. I am thoroughly entertained whenever I watch Tennessee football, for the bad or for the good. But I do think that Tennessee comes away with the victory in this game. So, South Carolina and Vanderbilt, intriguing game in the SEC East to see if maybe one of those bottom four teams between Kentucky, Mizzou, South Carolina, and Vanderbilt can catapult themselves maybe to the top of the SEC East. I mean, maybe not as a whole, but see if one of them can come through with a big year. I got South Carolina in this game, but I do think it will be a very close game. Next one, Oregon State and Minnesota. Again, intriguing Power 5 game. I think one of the better games not in the top 25 this week. See if Oregon State can improve off what I believe was a 2-loss season last year. And then Minnesota got one of the better quarterbacks in the country returning in Mitch Leidner. I think Minnesota takes this one. Colorado State and Colorado. If you're a fan of either team, then it's a big one. I mean, obviously one of the biggest rivalry games that's happening in week one, if not the biggest. But I'm going to take Colorado State in this one. I think that Colorado State's just got the overall more talented team this year. Again, a team that's really vying to get in a Power 5 conference this year. Who knows? Maybe that could be a little test for them to show that they can hang with the team that used to be in the Big 12. Next one, Toledo and Arkansas State. Again, two very good group of 5 teams. Arkansas State, the reigning Sun Belt champions, and Toledo, I believe they were very close to being. They weren't the MAC. No, I don't think they were. No, they weren't the MAC champions last year. Were they? I have to look back at it. Either way, they were close. Again, Toledo first game in the post-Matt Campbell era. I still think they walk away with the win in this one. I think Arkansas State's looking at a little bit of a down year after losing a lot of talent from last year. So, Kansas State and Stanford, one of the biggest games of the week. I'm going to take Stanford in this one. We'll see if Kansas State can show that they can be a competitor in the Big 12 this year. It's Bill Snyder, so I think he's going to put up a good fight either way. Georgia Tech and Boston College. I believe this is the one happening over in Ireland. See if Georgia Tech can make their way back from what was a very, very disappointing season last year and get a win in their first game against BC, a team that has been a little bit weak offensively, to say the least, in the last couple years. So, next one, Hawaii and Michigan. So, Hawaii again. Again, Michigan, I think they're going to come out strong and show why they should be a top 5 team this year. Bowling Green and Ohio State. Bowling Green, a team that loses Matt Johnson, they're pretty much their entire team last year in Matt Johnson. I'm not going to say their entire team, but he had a tremendous year last year for Bowling Green in what was a pretty good season for them. But I'm going to take Ohio State in this one. What I think will be one of the more entertaining games of week one, Mizzou and West Virginia. I'm going to take Mizzou. I know that West Virginia is probably going to be the favorite in this one, but I've got a good feeling about Mizzou for this game. I think that they're going to play strong. Sorry about the video getting interrupted there. I don't know why I had an alarm on, but either way, I'm going to take Mizzou in this game. Next one, OU and Houston. Definitely going to be a good game. We'll see if OU is actually worth the number 3 ranking in the country. I think so. They were my number 3 overall team. So, but again, I believe this will be a top 15 game. The first one of the weekend. So next one, Western Michigan and Northwestern. Again, I think when you're talking about group of 5 teams versus power 5 teams, this could definitely be one of the more entertaining games. Northwestern, see if they can continue their winning ways from last year. Had a pretty impressive season last year, notching 10 wins. I'm going to take Western Michigan in this game, though. Between Zach Terrell and Corey Davis, they've got some threats offensively. Western Michigan, I think, will be a very good team this year. Rutgers and Washington. I'm not going to talk too much about this. I think Washington's going to run away with this one. Miami of Ohio and Iowa, again, same thing. I think Iowa's going to run away with it. UCLA and Texas A&M. In my first, I don't know if you could call it big upset, but I got a good feeling about Texas A&M in this game. I do think UCLA will be a good team this year. I think they will finish top 15, but I think they're going to end up getting an early loss against Texas A&M. Texas A&M seems to be a team that can always build some early season hype, especially around new quarterbacks. So, Trevor Knight's first game, see if he can be able to do something special. Next one, LSU and Wisconsin. Again, game that should be tremendously entertaining. Corey Clement versus Leonard Fournette, one of the best matchup of running backs in the first week of college football. But I'm going to take LSU in this one. I think they will manage to get past Wisconsin. This will be a good early indicator of LSU's passing game, though. Next one, Louisiana Tech and Arkansas. I'm not going to say Arkansas is a shoo-in for this one. If you remember to last year, they lost to Toledo. So, if this was a Louisiana Tech's team last year with Jeff Driscoll and Kenneth Dixon, then maybe, but I think Arkansas takes this one pretty easily. Georgia and North Carolina. Again, another top 25 matchup, should be very entertaining. North Carolina, they're reigning division champions in the ACC, and Georgia breaking in Kirby Smart, Jacob Eason, Nick Chubb coming back. See how all these new pieces can work together for Georgia. I'm going to take Georgia in this one, but don't sleep on either team. I think both teams will put up a tremendous effort in this one. But like I said, I do think Georgia reigns victorious in the end. UMass and Florida, a game that Jalen Tabor, I believe, is suspended for. Luke Del Rio's first game at quarterback for Florida. I'm going to take Florida in this one with a big win. USC and Alabama. So probably the biggest brand names matchup this week. I'm going to take Alabama. I think they're going to run away with it. USC might be a good team this year. They're especially a very talented team, but I don't think they're on the level of Alabama yet. Fresno State and Nebraska. Could be very interesting to see where Nebraska's at this year. A dark horse pick for a lot of people this offseason, and we'll see the progression of Tommy Armstrong for his last season at Nebraska. But I do take Nebraska in this one. Clemson and Auburn. Another big name matchup. I'm going to take Clemson in this one, but it is one of their 2 biggest road tests, I think, beside the Florida State game. So BYU and Arizona. If you're looking for a low-key game to watch that should be very entertaining, I would take this one. I believe this is a West Coast later game. I'm going to take Arizona, but again, Taysom Hill's first start of the season. Incredible that he's come back and being named the starting quarterback in my mind. I really couldn't believe it. I thought Tanner Mangum was going to definitely win it, but good luck to him. Hopefully he can stay healthy this year, but I do still think Arizona wins this one. Texas and Notre Dame. So, very interesting game to see where Texas is at right now. See if Shane Buechele will work out. See if Sterling Gilbert will work out as the offensive coordinator. See if the defense has taken another step forward. See if Charlie Strong can manage this team. Either way, I'm going to still take Notre Dame in this one. I think Notre Dame is definitely a bona fide top 10 team. Last but not least, in my opinion, what will be the best game of the week by far, in my opinion, what will be one of the best games of the season, Ole Miss and Florida State. Man, as bad as I want to pick Ole Miss, I got to go with Florida State. But don't think that Florida State's going to run away with this one. There's no way. They don't have Sean McGuire. I believe DeAndre Francois will be starting this game. We'll see what he can do. Sean McGuire is the most experienced quarterback they have, and like I said, you would have probably preferred to run with him in week 1. But overall, I think this Florida State team is just too talented. Their defense is a lot. I think it is a lot more talented than Ole Miss's this year. But Ole Miss has got Chad Kelly, who will be one of the best quarterbacks in the country this year, and that's something that Florida State just doesn't have. So we'll see. Like I said, I'm taking FSU, but don't sleep on Ole Miss in this game. All right, so that'll pretty much do it for my first week of college football predictions. Very excited, very, very excited that college football is coming back tonight. Even though after tonight you still got to wait another week, but it'll be enough. And for week one, there's a tremendous lineup of games. OU, Houston, Ole Miss, Florida State, Kansas State, Stanford. There's a lot. UCLA, Texas A&M, LSU, Wisconsin, Georgia, North Carolina, USC, Alabama, Clemson, Auburn. It's a crazy first week. Texas, Notre Dame, even. Like I said, I'm very excited for it. But anyway, that's pretty much it. See ya.